Hello there, my fellow Disney fan. I'm your host, Dingus, and today I will be giving my predictions for the Season 2 of High School Musical, the musical of the series Beauty and the Beast cast. But before I get into that quickly, if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future Disney videos every other day at 7 p.m. Eastern. And if you enjoy, smash that like button down below. That would be greatly appreciated. So, I will be going from, I don't want to say least important role, but the quote-unquote smallest role to Beauty and the Beast at the end. So, first off, I am guessing that the role of the Feather Duster is going to be played by Ashlyn. Now, this is going to make more sense when I show the character that I think is going to play Lumiere, because I think Lumiere and the Feather Duster have a relationship. I could be wrong. I haven't seen Beauty and the Beast in a long time, so my memory is a little bit fuzzy. But I think that Ashlyn, she had a fairly big role in High School Musical, so I think they're going to want to put her more on the back burner a little bit, and I think Courtney's going to get a bigger role, which we'll get to in a second. But her casting kind of goes hand in hand with Lumiere. Now, Cogsworth. I think Cogsworth is going to be played by Seb, because there really just wasn't any other boys to fill in the role when I was going through the cast list, so he was the final boy left to play Cogsworth. Now, it's possible that maybe a new character comes in to play Cogsworth, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. So just because there was really no other boys to play the part, I just chose him for Cogsworth. Now, Lumiere, I think, is going to be played by Big Red. I think Big Red is going to be in this musical instead of just doing the lights. I think he's going to be in it because Ashlyn is in it. I think he's going to do it with Ashlyn. And I think that the writer and creators of the show aren't going to want to take away the Big Red and Ashlyn stuff. They're going to want to make it more, and the best way to do that is to have Big Red and Ashlyn play characters in Beauty and the Beast that are in a relationship, so it makes sense. Also, maybe you can guess who is Beast by now, but Lumiere is going to make more sense in a couple minutes when we show who plays the Beast. But with LeFou, I think LeFou is going to be a new character. If I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure that the creator of the show has said that there will be a new character on the show in Season 2. We don't know who that character is, and we don't know if it's male or female, but I'm just going to guess and go out on a limb that it's going to be male and that he's going to end up playing LeFou. Now, it's possible that he ends up playing the Beast or Gaston. I don't think so. I think they're going to want to pick the two people for Gaston and the Beast. However, I do think that LeFou is going to be played by a new character that we just don't know who they are yet. I definitely think that Frankie is going to play Chip 100%. I think it just fits his role really well, and I think this could be really fun for him. And it's a good role for him to move up a little bit more and to be a more important role in the musical. I don't think he's going to get either of the leads. I don't think he's going to get the Beast or Gaston, but this is one of the more important roles, so I think for him, he's going to move up on the ladder in the cast, and I think this is the perfect role for him. Now, Mrs. Potts, I think, is definitely going to go to Courtney. However, I do have an asterisk next to Courtney, because I think that I might have noticed something in the Season 2 announcement regarding Courtney that I want to touch upon in a second. However, Courtney is definitely getting some kind of major role in this. After what Miss Jen said at the end of Season 1, she is definitely getting a major role. I don't think it's going to be Belle. Mrs. Potts is the next biggest role after Belle, female-wise. She has her own song, for crying out loud, so I think she is definitely going to play Mrs. Potts if she doesn't get another role that I'll talk about in a second. I mean, do I have to really explain this one? EJ is Gaston. I don't think I need to explain this one. I think Ricky's getting the Beast. I think Ricky is going to get the Beast because I just think he's the best they got, and it might be a little bit unfair and maybe even repetitive to have Ricky as the male lead the next 2 years in a row. However, I think they're going to actually have a really interesting story regarding Ricky with the Beast, and since EJ took Gaston, there's no way EJ is not playing Gaston. So this is the perfect role for Ricky. Now, maybe the new character comes in and takes the Beast from Ricky. Maybe Ricky then gets LeFou, which could be interesting, seeing the dynamic between Ricky and EJ. Or maybe Ricky gets Lumiere. But I think that Ricky's definitely getting the Beast because I think that Gina is going to get Belle. And I think they're going to have this storyline going on throughout Season 2 Gina and Ricky. Because I think Nene is going to go to that school. At least for the beginning of the show, I think Nene is going to go to the school. So she's not going to be here. You notice Nene wasn't on this list. I don't think she's going to be here when they cast Beauty and the Beast. Gina's the next best one, in my personal opinion. I think they're going to have Gina there also because in Season 1, there was that will they, won't they with Gina and Ricky. And I think they're going to want to build upon that a little bit more and maybe cause a little bit more drama with that. And also we have at the end of Season 1, some Gina and EJ possible foreshadowing. So there could be some interesting dynamics there with Ricky getting the role of the Beast instead of EJ. And EJ wanted to get the Beast so he could be with Gina more. I think that could be a little bit interesting. However, regarding Belle, in the Season 2 announcement for High School Musical, the musical series, and it being the Beauty and the Beast, Courtney was wearing all yellow. Obviously, Belle's main signature iconic dress is yellow. So I don't want to say that definitely means she is playing Belle. However, I think there is a solid chance that Courtney ends up playing Belle, and they were hinting at that in the Season 2 announcement. But I think that this is going to be the main cast. I didn't include the dresser here because I just couldn't think of anybody else to play the dresser. There really wasn't anybody else in the cast to play the dresser. But I don't think Nene is going to be in this one. I think Nene is going to be at the special school for the majority of the season. I think at the end of the season, she definitely comes back to East High, and she's going to be there for the next 2 years of high school, 100%, or the next year of high school, so the next 2 plays, the next 2 seasons. I definitely think she's going to be there. However, for this season, I think they're going to do a kind of long-distance relationship with Nene and Ricky. I think that could be interesting and kind of, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't seen the High School Musical 2 and 3, but from what I know and from what my friends have told me, there's a sort of long-distance relationship thing going on between Gabriella and Troy, so they can kind of mirror that a little bit, and I think that could just help add to the kind of dynamic between EJ, Ricky, and Gina, even though I don't want any slight possibility of Ricky and Gina together. I am fully Nene all the way. So I don't want that to happen. However, I do think it's going to happen. And storytelling-wise, I think if the whole season is just Ricky and Nene being perfect, that would, as much as I would love to see it, that's not really that compelling story-wise. So I think they're going to want to do something more compelling, more complex. And I think having a kind of dynamic between EJ, Gina, and Ricky is going to be what they go for. So that's my prediction for the cast for Beauty and the Beast in High School Musical, the series, Season 2. What do you think? Do you agree with my casting? Do you not agree with my casting? Let me know in the comment section down below your predictions. If you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future Disney videos every other day at 7 p.m. Eastern. And if you enjoyed, smash that like button down below. That would be greatly appreciated. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.